Fresh from a diplomatic and geopolitical victory for the G20 summit, Prime Minister Narendra Modi was on Tuesday hailed by another world leader. Russian President Vladimir Putin, who on Wednesday hit headlines with his handshake with North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un, was busy addressing the Eastern Economic Forum in the far eastern city of Vladivostok. The forum is an annual event aimed at showcasing the Russian government's development plans. It is at this event that Putin urged the Russian auto industry to learn from the success of the Make in India scheme.
Back in the 90s, there were not too many cars available. Now we have those cars, but probably they are somewhat modest compared to Mercedes or Audi that were only being procured in the 90s in huge numbers. But I guess in this regard, we should learn from many partners of ours, namely our partners in India. They are mostly focusing on production and use of the cars and vessels produced in India. And in this regard, Prime Minister Modi is doing the right thing by encouraging people to use the brand Made in India.
Russia has been leaning more and more on India after being hit by international sanctions after its invasion of Ukraine last year. The bilateral trade skyrocketed to $44.4 billion in 2022 to 2023, after languishing at just $8 billion in 2020 to 2021 and $13 billion in 2021 to 2022. Most of this comprised discounted crude oil purchases from Russia in the aftermath of the Ukraine war. Meanwhile, Make in India has also been an integral part of several bilateral deals with Russian defense products already being built in India. These include the MiG-29 and Su-30 aircraft, the Kamov Ka-226 helicopters, and the T-72 and T-90 main battle tanks, and the Smerch multi-rocket system, among others. President Putin does not seem to be concerned about Russia being kept out of the India-Middle East-Europe economic corridor. Russia is already part of China's Brick and Road initiative.
I think that will only benefit us, and it will only help us in developing logistics. First and foremost, this project has been discussed for several years by now, although the United States of America decided to jump into the project in the very last moment, although I do not really see any rationale for them to be in this project. Maybe it's purely important for them in terms of certain business interests. At the same time, the additional movement of cargo along this corridor is basically a complement to the North-South corridor project that we develop on our own. So there is nothing that could interfere with that. The North-South transportation corridor allows us to leave the Persian Gulf and India. If there will be one more route added,
President Putin did sound a little skeptical of the economic corridor, saying it involved a lot of transfers from ship to road to railways, which could be a logistical nightmare. Bureau Report, Business Today Television.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.